we enjoying life.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yes, sir, buddy. Look at the crew. There goes the crew is coming in. What up? What up? What up?
Not music.
The gang is here.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. It is the Studio W Sports page brought to you by J&J. I am your host, your man Mill, and also always Roger Shacko and my two fabulous co-hosts, Mr. Kevin Two Plates Harris to my left, and to my right, Mr. Roma Smith.
Rory, what? No, my main man.
What you doing, Mr. Sparrow? But
my man.
What was that introduction? What is that name?
My main man.
Oh, I'm sorry. Your name tag is off. That's
what?
So I mean,
okay. I'm gonna let you have it.
What had happened was I'm reading the prompter. I'm reading. It doesn't say what it should say. See, it just says Romar Smith, so I just went with Romar Smith.
Okay.
I mean, because
hey, Mr. Sparrow, how you doing, brother?
I mean, if you want me, I can start it over if you want.
No, we already here now.
We are.
I can run it back.
No. We'll do remixes over here.
We don't do remixes. My bad.
You know what I'm saying, Mr. Sparrow? We already here now.
Right. That's right. We already here.
Oh my God! I done fumbled the intro. How you?
Yeah.
Roll my 5-2 to my right, man.
No! Don't try to make it up now.
Yeah. Don't clean. No, we don't do cleanups. We don't do
We don't buy wolf chicken.
Yeah. We don't do cleanups.
Unless we going to see the wolf pack.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh.
I know Chris liked that one. Oh, that was a good one there.
Well, I apologize, Mr. Fatu, but joining us, our special honored guest, Mr. Almiak, Mr. James the Bird Sparrow is with us, and also it's a pleasure and an honor to introduce y'all to the former Golden State Warriors first-round draft pick, Mr. Chris Washburn.
Yeah, baby.
I'm here. To the studio.
Thank you, sir.
And we on time.
Yeah, baby. That's my guy.
It's a pleasure and honor to have both of you guys here, especially you, Mr. Washburn. It's your first time here. And I want to say we're going to have some fun. We're going to have some questions. Then we're going to have some games. And then we're going to talk some sports, man. So how you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. Blessed to still be here above ground.
Mm-hmm. Amen.
That's the greatest goal.
Amen.
Yes, sir.
Amen.
Like I tell a lot of people, a lot of times I'd rather be seen instead of viewed.
Yeah, baby.
I understand that. And as I'm bringing in Mr. Derek Galloway, he's joined us with another one of my favorite co-hosts there. Mr. Galloway, how are you, sir?
Afternoon, gentlemen.
Brother Galloway, what's up?
Good.
Galloway.
Yeah,
we're going on, Mr. Sparrow.
I'm good.
Washburn, Slovana, Mill Brown. How you guys doing?
We doing fantastic.
What it is? What's up?
All right, Mr. Sparrow, how you doing today, sir?
I'm truly blessed.
All right, thank you.
Truly blessed in the land of the living. You know what I mean?
Okay, so before we get in there, I just want to ask you quick questions for Mr. Washburn. What special projects do you have going on right now?
Well, outside the book, I have a company here. It's called Park and Go Carts, which is the golf cart service downtown, like a shuttle service. Once you you park your car, we can transport you downtown to different, point A to point B. I work at colleges. I work the different little workout facilities. I also have a speakers company where if I can't come through, where I can call other NBA players that have gone through similar things, just kind of got their stuff together, and I can have them appear for me, and tell their story.
Okay,
I like that.
That's good.
Now, speaking of your book, can you tell us about it?
I can give you a little something about it, man. It's about, it's called, first of all, Out of Bounds. Athletes, what out of bounds mean, that means you've done something across the line, and so this is just basically about out of bounds in life. You know what I'm saying? Outside of basketball, because basketball is only going to go so far. I mean, even if you keep your career on the straight and narrow path, you only have so far you can go with that. But as far as life, that carries all the way to the end. So I was out of balance in life, doing a lot of things that could have gotten me killed, could have killed myself. And it just took time and effort for me to get, myself back together. A lot of folks help around me also helped me accomplish that.
Mr. Washburn, I had one particular question that I was talking about asking you.
Yeah, I should have been in the Hall of Fame. That was it. I know.
No, it wasn't that. It wasn't that. But I want to know.
That would be my question.
I want to know how hard as it is when you finish playing in the NBA game to turn back into being an ordinary person after you take that jersey off.
Well, I'm the wrong person to ask that, because after you read my book, you'll see when I went into the NBA, I was already tainted. I was already doing things that just, a professional person wouldn't be doing. So I never left. See, my problem was I never left that jersey. I never took that jersey off. You know what I'm saying? I always wanted to be part of the hood and also part of the upper class. And sometimes you just can't carry both. You can't wear both suits at the same time.
See, and that's what that's all I wanted to understand, because like me just being an average person, I look at it like if you as these NBA athletes are, or professional athletes are in the world, you have to realize that when they take that jersey off, they got to find a way to be an ordinary person like us. Because you put the jersey on because that's your job to do.
Yeah, but you know what? That's the job. It's like when a person goes to McDonald's or Burger King, they put that uniform on. You know what I'm saying? And when they're at that job, you respect that. But once they come home and take off that uniform and put their regular clothes back on, they want to be treated just like a regular person. Although our job do pay a little more than the average job, once we take those jerseys off, and you know what I'm saying, we just want to be, we want to come around the fellas and kick it and hang out. We don't want everybody always expecting us to pay for the stuff or always looking at pull you to the side. Let me hold a little something, man. Because again, now it changes the friendship now. You know what I'm saying? Now you feel like, you're only around because folks need things from you. If you just keep the buck as a person when he goes pro, you just keep the same energy with him as he had before.
Oh man.
Testing.
That's why me and Sparrow still good together, because we just kept it a buck the whole way. Even when I was in the NBA, he never changed and I never changed. So again, that's just the best answer I can give to you.
Okay. Because I know it's hard to turn it off.
Some can't because some like that energy, some like that. And again, I use those three letters a lot of times to get into some doors that I shouldn't have got in. Hey, this is Chris Washburn from the NBA. You know what I'm saying? When folks hear that NBA, those doors open up for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good question, Roma. Because that adulation, the people adoring you because you're in that league.
Yeah,
it's hard to turn that off when it's time to turn it off. You know what I mean? After the career is over with.
The reason I asked is because, like, you as that athlete, and you done finally made it to the top. Can you even look at yourself as the same?
Yeah, you have to, because if you have the right friends around you, they're gonna keep you grounded. You know what I'm saying? You can't get but so big. You know what I'm saying? Now again, if I knew then what I know now, my circle would have been smaller, and I wouldn't have been as available for everybody to get to. That's one thing I can say about the athletes today. Their circles are small, and everybody just can't get to you. See, my thing was, if you caught eye contact with me, you was trying to get in the club. Hey, he with me. Come on in. I don't know if you got a gun on you or what. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you're a murderer or thing. You know what I'm saying? My circle was so big. You know what I'm saying? So understanding now how life is, I respect these guys now to keep that circle small. And again, you can't be friends with everybody because again, some
Yeah.
I mean, I get that.
know the crowd that you're dealing with.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, so Mr. Sparrow, have you experienced the same thing?
So yeah, so that's since I've been on with you guys, I was just trying to tell you, man, my life after basketball. You know what I mean? What do you do when that ball goes flat? You know what I mean? Well, I mean, who are you? Who are you when that ball goes flat? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're getting all these accolades because you was blessed with the talent that God blessed you with. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, that ball gets flat, man. And then after that ball goes flat, man, who are you? Like who are you? So, my circle was big too, but as you get older and as you realize the things that you done did in life, man, and the ups and the downs, the bad side, the good side, it ain't always about the good side. You know what I mean? You gotta talk about the bad side to keep you grounded. You know what I mean? So, after that ball got flat, man, you know what I mean? My calling, I'm doing my calling right now. I feed the homeless, I do my shoe drives, I do my clothes drives, you know what I mean? I do Christmas toy drives for the kids, backpack drives, you know what I mean? I just bless people when I can bless them, you know what I mean? So this is my calling, and there's nothing no greater than your calling.
Yeah.
When you know your call, when you know your calling, life is just so much easier. Was I out there, after basketball and after my basketball days, was I out there? Yeah, I was out there. I was practically homeless. I mean, I was sleeping in the park, sleeping in the projects, and I'm grounded now that I can tell when I tell my story, it just empowers me. Like it brings me brings me energy. Like, I mean, there's no shame. There's no shame because without pain, there's no glory.
So, Mr. Sparrow,
yeah.
When you said that just now about you was out there homeless and everything, so was that the turning point for you to have to look at yourself and say, I got to get back to get back to being me?
Yeah, well, that part it humbles you. Like it brings you back to earth. You know what I mean? It lets you know, man, that what this is not who you really are.
So it makes you get back to being who you are.
And the fact of the matter is that when you can come back on your own, like not necessarily on your own. It took a few people to let me know that I'm better than what I was doing. Not chastising me, not coming down on me. When you're ready, you'll know when you're ready. You'll know when you're ready. So once you hear that enough from people that's doing what they're supposed to be doing in life, it makes it a lot easier for you to make that comeback. I made a tremendous comeback, like really made a tremendous comeback.
Yes, you have.
In my life.
Yeah.
I was missing in action where people thought I was dead. They thought I committed suicide. I jumped over the bridge. I turned into a heroin addict. I did.
Man, you one of the biggest superstars I know. I'm glad that I can call you somebody I know.
Yeah. Absolutely. So I can relate. Me and Chris, man. We go back. And 20, 30 years later, man, we still connected. Like we still connected. God knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. I'm connected with him after all these years of being away from him and not being able to talk to him. I'm back connected with him, for a reason. So I
true friendship never dies.
Yeah, I take that. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
And one thing Sparrow said that's different from his career and mine. See, and a lot of NBA careers are different than mine. See, a lot of those guys got in there and played some years, 6, 7 years. God rest over, like Michael Ray Richardson. He played 10 to 12 years before they actually got on the drugs real strong and it started affecting their game. Marvin Barnes, such and so on. And just like Sparrow said, when the ball goes flat at the end of your career, what do you do? But just think about a person like me. You know what I'm saying? My ball went flat at 25 years old in my prime.
Huh?
A lot of kids, a lot of guys, you can choose in their early years in life, 25 to 30. You know, things are not going right. See, that's when I was doing my biggest push between 21 and 36. You know, and so my thing is when the ball goes flat and you still know you have something in you. And then also different for me was that the world knew, you know, when I walked by who I was, you know what I'm saying, and why I'm not playing NBA basketball, you know what I'm saying? And so I had to have I had to still keep my head up because I'm out of the NBA only because I'm doing crack cocaine, you know what I'm saying? And so it wasn't a secret. Like a lot of people that's not in the spotlight can kind of hide their demons. I couldn't hide my demons. They were all out. You know what I'm saying? So I would walk into a room or to an arena and people would come around and see me. Yeah, I remember you playing such and such, but also in their head, I also can remember he got put out of the NBA for crack cocaine. You know, and so when folks come up to me and say, I remember you when you played, man, you were such and such. I have to always remember this has to be back in college because I never really played in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? I do enough. So I did enough in school that I'm still remembered by because in the NBA, you never really seen me play.
Yeah, I remember because I remember when he said your name, I knew you was an NBA player.
You know, I was an NBA player, but my thing comes from
college though.
Yeah, but mine come from college and high school because I only played 84, 85 NBA games. I had a pretty good preseason, you know. But as soon as we got the regular season going, I was at the end of the bench by then. I was already using drugs. So,
how was that a shock to you? How much of what you did to affect your NBA career? When you finally knew that you did this to yourself, when was it the point that you took accountability for yours and blamed yourself for the way your career panned out?
I guess you saying the question you actually asking is when the first time I actually raised my hand for myself. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, like I say, I went to treatment.
A lot of people don't hold themselves accountable for certain things that happen.
Right. And I say that, and I say, like I say, I went to treatment 14 times, and out of them 14 times, I never raised my hand. The first 3 is from the NBA, and that was because my agents and them told me I had to go to stay in the NBA. The other several times was I didn't want to go to jail, so they would put me into a facility. I raised my hand at 36 years old. After basketball was over. Now, at this point in time, I didn't have to raise my hand because I didn't, you know what I'm saying? I'm old now. I've been shot at this point in time. I'm not trying to get on nobody's team. You know what I'm saying? I've been getting high.
Yeah.
That's wild, man.
I mean, but
once he comes back, you mind if I chime in and piggyback?
I started making change at 36 years old. Now I was NBA.
I always say that we don't.
I apologize for the technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen.
I always say that as men, I don't think none of us are really fully grown or understand what it's like to be grown until we ran about 35, 36 years old.
Correct. And like I said again, I got tired of, you know, asking my mama for money. I didn't give her over the years, and you know, I got when she said she couldn't give it to me, that I was still out of her purse. See, these are things I was doing after the NBA, and I want guys to understand that, you know, until you actually ready. You know what I'm saying? I even have friends still out there that was getting high with me when I was getting high. I've been clean 25 years now, and they still been getting high the whole time. And like I said, and I don't try to change their mind. I ask them, are they ready to come on this side of the fence? And
Exactly.
Some like to stay there. So you can't change the person.
Congratulations on the
but see, with what you just said, eventually, those same friends that you say that you have and you don't look at them no differently, they gonna come on that side of the fence with you eventually one day, because just for you not looking at them no differently than what they are as a person.
Right. It's not looking at them no different as a person. It's just that I'm just actually one hit away from being back to where they're at. It's by God's grace